Hi traders, terrible week for me in the room, but pretty good overall. So let me just go through a couple of things and talk about what's going on here. So this is the pound US dollar. Very nice move in a 15-minute chart. This is exactly what happened this morning. So I produced a slide for it. So very nice push in, and in overnight we get this push up here. And into the morning we get a nice big green bar up here. So I was buying a pullback around 243 here. Data comes out, it holds initially and then closes lower and then just starts to pull back. We don't get a full fade, but then we get this enormous push down here. Largely driven by news, because I think news came out that Brexit talks were stalling, so the market took it upon itself to push this up, and in fact later on about 5-6 o'clock it's actually gone right back up here. It's tipped, and I can't remember the exact low, it's tipped and gone right back. So unbelievable market. I think it must have come down here to 150 to the Sunday open, and I'm going to have to just alarm these Sunday open levels, because the pound yen's done 170 pip rebound. Unbelievable. So it was an error. A couple of things to watch out for. I do need to just ring fence that 5-minute bar that I've highlighted by the arrow here, and if it breaks that bar then we need to trade it accordingly, but especially if it breaks in line with the open trading range and you've got a gap fill over here. The only box it didn't tick was the fact that we had this 5-minute 200, which can be quite a barrier. Alright, so a great shame that we didn't get that, but let's push on and look at a couple of other things. Let's talk about the euro yen. I'm actually long this even now as we speak, because I was triggered long off this 300 gap. So we actually drifted out quite close to lunchtime. We looked alright, we were flapping around, and then finally sold at the ceiling of the open trading range, and then down we came. Not a lot of pips, but anyway, in the meantime I have been up as high as 310. Not very much to speak of, is it? Let's just have a look at this pound yen, because this is incredible. It's a scalper score reversal. This 736 was the Sunday open, and we've dipped down to 728 and just boomeranged completely around and into the overnight high. Is incredible. And of course I'm in the euro yen, and the euro yen is not doing it and not looking like it will do it at the moment, but let's see. I'll hold that overnight. Oil I've not touched. That did a nice move off of 550 into 51.17, and now we are now we've dipped late in the session. I did take a chunk out of the euro, a decent chunk, nearly up 100 quid, so it's something. And so what I did was I called it up here. It's a fade, a nice sweet fade. Fades are great if you get them. So we pushed into 862, I called it around about there, 860, and we dropped to a low of 830, 829. And what else? Called this one. We had a push into a 127 extension at 564. That's where I got short, and not a lot of money, but I got some dosh out of it, nearly 70 quid. Trailed it down, got stopped out, it pushed up, and then we get the nice drop. But we got I'll talk to you, let's look at that now. Let's pull over the 60-minute chart. because we got a great reversal pattern here. So there's a three-way reversal from the highs of overnight Monday, or very early Monday morning, and Tuesday late in the day, and of course today. So we just hold up, just poke it up, and then drop down. Plenty of time. I'll just get short again that on a rebound. I think I was looking for a gap fill. Of course, here we are late in the day. It might well gap fill now. 75.20 was the gap. Okay. So tomorrow it is US inflation. So I would keep watching this euro. 323, just above this level here. If you fib it tomorrow and see if we get this coming off an extension tomorrow. I'll try and call it in the room if I can. This pound yen is still pushing higher. Unbelievable. You don't often get these moves, but what a shame. What a shame that the euro yen is not copying it. I'm still in it, so who knows. So I would look at the pound US dollar and see if we get a sell around about the 320 mark. Otherwise, be careful. The euro is I'm just looking at the 60-minute chart on the other screen. Euro US dollar, could sell hard into 875 area. Have a look at that. Anyway, what I suggest you do is just put if you're going to trade these pairs, do the standard 15-minute fib. If they are going to sell, look for an extension, ideally. So something like any push into 895, 900 or 911 could be an option if you get any runs up into those levels. In the meantime, I will be looking for further shorts on the FTSE. I think that's put in a reversal signal. Okay, so I will try. I talk about the DAX. As I was foolish, I got short on a spike to 992. Just got nicked out before it reversed. What I should have done is taken a 15-minute reversal signal. This was last week's highs up here at 13,007, I think it was. 8. No, it was actually 3. This was actually last week's highs. So really kicking myself over this DAX. I did get a slice of this move down here, but I gave it back. Ended up with a £6.40 loss because the profits I got on this short were given back on this area where I shorted too low. So it could have been, despite my dismal performance in the Euro session, it could have been a very profitable day if I targeted that. What I forgot to think about, I was looking at the chart and not the number. And if you're trading around a big, I said this in the weekend video and early in the week, if it pushes through 13,000, I'd look to get short. And stupidly, I was looking at the this resistance and not thinking about the actual big number. Right. So I will adjust what I'm doing in the room slightly, and I'm thinking what I'll probably start doing is doing 10:30 calls, because we get a lot of late session moves. This was 12:30, but we also got some sell signals up here. Which one was it? I think it was the pound. Put in a sell signal at 10:30 and sold off. Alright, I hope that helps. I will be in the Skype room for part of tomorrow. Okay, talk to you then.